Another dark day in my life again. Rest in peace, Black.
Wish I knew, brother. How you doing, man?
Welcome. Thank you for having me, my brother.
That's what's up. How you been?
Been taking it easy, one day at a time.
I understand that you was a victim of domestic violence, man, and a lot of people don't understand that men go through it just as well as the women, maybe more.
Different situations, yes, circumstances. Under circumstances, are you dealing with a woman, being controlling and things like that, or that matter, or trying to use the kid or something against you or something like that. It's different situations, but my situation was dealing with a female that had, mental health issues. So it was more dealing with that than the abuse, dealing with her attitude and all that, being very talkative, manipulating and all that, trying, down your character and all that. So, it's a different situation, like I said.
So what do you believe caused the separation in your home?
Well, I believe separation in man home would be, if you're not being the director, the head of the household, being the man working every day, taking care of the household, providing, supporting your family as a man should.
Slavery still exists for our culture and for Latinos. Do you feel that the slavery curse will ever be lifted?
Slavery curse will never be lifted. It's instilled in our everyday way of living. As a matter of fact, I've seen this individual, I won't say what color because it doesn't make a difference what color, but they were keeping a white child's baby. That's part of slavery. The only difference now is that we're getting paid for it. Back then, we didn't get paid. Scrub floors, you didn't get paid. Wash stalls, you didn't get paid. Sweep up the house, you got whipped if you didn't do it. The only thing different now is they give you a little more. Here, take this. Make you feel like you're doing something, like you've come somewhere. We've come nowhere. We're still here. Of living, every day of life, every way of thinking. When you walk down the streets, you have to be aware. Because these young kids, you don't know what they're up to. You don't know what type of family they come from. You don't know the heart that they have or the hard living that they have. You don't know what their parents are going through in order to survive, in order to live, So we have to be aware of all our surroundings. All our surroundings at any given time, it can be taken. Because on my block, if I can personally say, I've lost some members on my block recently. I'm not gonna say any names, but I'm gonna praise them because my block needs praises, and they were young, 27 and 14, and it's sad. It's sad. And I look at the mothers, I look at the fathers, I look at the uncles, I look at the sisters, I look at the brothers, and it's sad. And then I look at myself, and what have I done? You know what I've done? I raised my kids. I raised every single last one of them. How many people have to die in 1 month? No, not even 1 month, 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute.
What advice would you have for the mayor of New York City?
Why would you want to make guns legal? Come on, really? Make permits, carry permits. For what reason? Aren't there enough guns? First of all, there are no manufacturers in New York City. You gotta go upstate to get this shit, okay? It's not in my backyard. Okay, but you bringing it to us. You're putting it in our hands. You're saying do what you will with it. You're not giving us the lesson of how to use it, how to store it, they just put it out here and boom. They sitting back right now watching us kill each other, and it's sad. And it doesn't make sense because the man upstairs, he's looking down like, did I create dummies? Because that man in that White House, he don't give a fuck about us. No disrespect, he don't. He don't. Obama, let me tell you something, he did what he could. You know what I'm saying? I wish he could have ran for another 8 years. I think they would have voted for him. But I think the next thing that this world needs is a fucking female president, man. Because women run this motherfucking world, bro, okay? Trust me. Because behind every good man, there's a woman. You need companionship in this world, or you'll bug the fuck out. If you ain't got somebody on your side, regardless if y'all going through trials and tribulations, regardless. As long as you sleeping with this person, you waking with that person, that's yours. That's your heart. That's your soul. You don't let nobody disrespect that. Regardless of what y'all go through. I'm gonna let another nigga, oh no, if you do, nigga, what type of man are you? And it's sad because I see a lot of brothers, they don't take up for what's theirs, you know? And a lot of sisters, you know, and it's hard to say that they're raising the kids by themselves, man, and it's rough. It's real rough. I hate to keep
speaking about the children. Our children today are taught that if the father doesn't give them money, that don't qualify him to tell him what to do.
Wanna know something? All depends on how you look at it. If he's in that child's life and he can't afford to give, but he's dead mentally and physically, fuck that bullshit. I'm there, nigga. You give a fuck about no money, nigga. I'm here with you. You can't eat, I can't eat. You sleep, I sleep. You eat, I'm here. I'm going through what you going through. Fuck that money shit. Because money don't make the world go round. Money don't make you. It don't make you. Clothes don't make you. You make the clothes. A lot of people, they be like, oh, I need this. You don't need nothing. God gave you everything on this earth that you need. Your wants is up to you to get. What do you want on this world that's not here?
Well, basically, the father's qualified to rule over that child as long as he's living in a sober light. If he's seen in a sober light, he's able to voice his opinion,
of course,
whether it's financially fit or not.
If he's there with that child, helping him with the homework, teaching him this and that, bruh, let me tell you something. He's there, regardless. He's there. You got a lot of cats out here that don't even know they daddy. Take me. I ain't never laid eyes on my father a day in my fucking life. And I ain't afraid to say it. I had a person that came to me and said, I am your daddy. I don't know that. I ain't take no DNA. I ain't never seen you a day in my life. But you wanna know something? All my kids know me.
Do you feel if we don't change, we don't grow? And if we don't grow, we aren't really living?
Okay, this is what I have to say to this. All right. Oh, brother, that was a good question. Okay, Black history, rooted in the past, growing towards the future. That's what's on my arm. Don't make your past your future. You can't, because if you do, you're gonna be stuck. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if I let my past, if I let my past like get in my way, I wouldn't have vowed to nothing, bro. I wouldn't have been able to take care of my kids, my family, or nothing. Because the way I was brought up, brother, it was rough. Back in the 50s and 60s, it was rough. They still had hanging trees, bro. And down south, ooh, bro. Blacks against the whites, segregation. People just don't know, bro. They don't know. It was rough. Going to school with blacks and whites, yo, if you got to that back of that fucking bus, you crackers was fucking you up because there was only 4 blacks on the bus. And we sat in the front next to the driver. The rest was all white. They got you to the back of that bus, they was whooping your ass. I remember one day they grabbed me and I looked at my brother, I said, I got this.
Where were you at?
I was in Jersey, bro.
Wow, back then?
I was in Jersey.
Wow.
Yep.
What years was this?
That was 68, 69.
Wow, it was rough even then.
But even in the 70s, it was still rough. You know, it didn't start getting easy for me until like I hit my 20s and 30s. Okay. You know, because then I started living for me. I started putting my past in the past. You know, because I've seen people shot, I've seen people stabbed, I've seen people die, and like, I'm still here. I've been shot, I've been stabbed, but I'm still here. You know, because God has a plan for everybody. It's up to you to make your life the best of it. Because like he says, you have everything here for you. It's up to you to go out there and get it. If you're gonna trust somebody, you gotta trust yourself first.
We should be figuring out what we're doing wrong to where we are losing our children, male and females, to gang life.
You know why we're losing them? Because we're not teaching them. We're not protecting them. We're not there for them. We're not. We got these kids growing themselves, bro. If you walk through these projects, how many kids you see walking by themselves that are under the age of 6? By themselves. They raising themselves. That's because parents nowadays are too young to know what a parent is. You have 15, 16, 14-year-olds having kids. You have babies having babies. How can you raise a child when you're a child yourself? When you haven't been nurtured, when you haven't been taught, when you're still on that apron, when you're still on that nipple, when you're still connected to the umbilical cord, you're still there. You don't know what this is. This is a world that you have no experience to, and it will swallow you whole. And parents need to understand that if you're not behind your child 150%, that they're lost without you. It's up to the parents, bro. It's up to that household.
Welcome back, big brother. How you been, man?
Man, it's a blessing to be back.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, man. How's life been treating you, man?
Overall, it's coming together.
That's
you know?
what's up. Working hard, man.
Absolutely, man.
Family,
Just staying focused, striving for greatness.
That's what's up, man. Let's get to it, man.
Absolutely, let's get it.
You know, the true meaning of success. If a man knows where he's going, he's working towards it, he is successful.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. You stay focused, stay busy, stay out the mix, and then they create a goal for yourself, create a finish line, and fall through with that. You know, what I often say is, you know, what makes life meaningful for us. That's something, you know, as individuals, we got to look deep into. You know, what makes life meaningful for us.
It's real. It's real. Our biggest problem is conformity. People acting like everyone else without knowing why, without knowing where they're going. Conformity.
I feel, you know, people tend to see others, they tend to see how others are making a living or seeing how they get by, so they tend to try and jump on, you know, how that person may be doing it, instead of using that free will that you got and being creative and innovative and thinking of a way that you could reach the top and not be like others and be your own person, some way that you can influence society and not followed by others and how they're, you know, influencing themselves or others around them.
Yeah. Because instead of competing, all we have to do is create.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You with your clothing line.
Security, everything.
Creating jobs for others.
Absolutely. That's all it's about at the end of the day. You know, the money's not the attraction, but the opportunity is.
Thank you for coming out, man.
No doubt. Anything for you, bro.
Yo, how you been?
I'm tired. I'm good.
You
But,
good? That's what's up.
progressing, making a few moves, writing a movie, just typing up the screenplay, doing my thing.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Progress.
That shit.
That's what's up, man. Let's get to it, man.
Let's go.
Do you feel like caring isn't a convenient vehicle that we have at our disposal when it comes to dealing with our culture?
Caring?
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, today things is mad different, bro. It's not like, see, that we was talking before the interview. Like I met somebody on the bus and we were just talking about how the future grandmothers is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
How's that looking, man?
It look nasty, bro.
Why's that?
Nasty, bro. Megan Thee Stallion is gonna be the old school music, bro. We don't got the love like we used to have. It seemed like everybody lost their country. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we need some more country folk back in here with the good love, the grandmothers, the real grandmothers of the world, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
You're never a failure as long as you refuse to quit. But it's so easy to quit.
It shouldn't be though. It shouldn't be that easy. Quitting is for losers, first of all. You know, nothing beats a try but a failure. You know what I mean? You can't make the shot that you don't take. You know what I'm saying? So you can keep dribbling or what? You know, stay unfocused and not moving in the right direction, bro.
Yeah. The mind influences reality. How do we transfer this belief to our youth in hopes of saving them from self-destruction?
That's when the caring comes in. You know what I'm saying? So we could mix those two questions together. We gotta have brothers that care. It's funny because the youth now, they not even listening. It's like old dude versus young dude. Don't tell them the secrets. And the older dudes is like scared, bro. They not scared, just not caring, not giving enough back. And it seemed like dude's not gonna listen anyway. You know what I mean? But you still have to keep your feet on the ground and march the march, bro. That's where the caring comes in. I think we can make a difference. It's just gonna take the few that do listen to apply themselves and, you know, make the trail right.
has called us to Juma. God gives us the command that when the call is made, those who believe in him, this call, because the call is given publicly, but the call is specifically for those who believe in God in the last day and Muhammad as the prophet. When the call is made, we are to stop everything that we're doing to come to the message, to give some time for glorification. And then we are to disperse. And we are to disperse to go back to do the things that are vitally important in the social life of man. So we thank Allah for us being here on this another Friday at Yusuf Shah Islamic Center. Our topic today is the value of family, restoring the family life. And Allah has made for you spouses from your own kind and giving you, through your spouses, children and grandchildren. And he has granted you good, lawful provision. Are they then faithful to the falsehood and ungrateful for Allah's faith?
Energy speaks before you open your mouth. So conduct and character plays a major role in your everyday living existence. So through a person's energy will let you know pretty much how his aura is. He don't have to speak. This is why, prime example, certain individuals don't have problems in the world. And they could be around the most hellfire going on and won't have not one problem, because through their conduct, it's shown and seen. Even when the conversation don't even have to be negative. Just in the conversation, a person can tell what type of conversation they could bring up to you by the way your conduct is. Because they know they can't ask you or bring up a topic that serves no purpose, because they know your response, they don't want to hear.